So here's a lesson on the DOM for those of you who have a funded account with Lilu, the unlimited DOM. And we're not so much focusing on everything, but first thing I do is I go in and I add all the columns. Okay? Add all of the columns. Check them all. You can also just click show all. Okay? And they'll all show up.
Yes.
Everybody following along so far?
And then I would just communicate to him extended your.
Now you can also expand them out because when you add them, they're probably going to be really small like that. That's not going to be very helpful. So expand them out. Okay? This means stop market. This means stop loss or stop limit. Stop market, stop limit. Okay? Everybody should be able to follow along on that.
Alright, cool. Someone's asking
If you want to know what certain things mean on the chart, you can click legend. If you see certain colors like the VWAP is sort of like the current settlement price that will be happening, the opening price. Your average open fill price will be blue. That's where you got filled at. There are buttons at the bottom that you can hide or show, like cancel and flatten all. Very important. Cancel all. Reverse position, buy and sell markets. Don't recommend those three, but the cancel all would cancel all your orders that you may have forgot that you have. Okay. We got centering. What I do is I have mine set to like starting at, and you really could make it like, so it does it all day long. Prevent it from centering for like 10 seconds. So it doesn't like constantly dynamically center. So I check this one down here. And notice like it won't it'll take like 10 seconds before it'll recenter itself. If that's too long and you need it to do it faster, then you can do it faster. But if I turn it off, it's like right now the price, see how the price level is staying the same for me? If I go over here and let's say, 1 per second, and all of a sudden notice the prices start moving. See how the prices are moving up and down? Or if I say this, prevent it from centering completely, then you're not going to be able to see your data and it's not ever going to move. So you don't want it to not center. So like every 5 seconds or 10 seconds seems to work pretty well for me. Why did I take the $1,000 trade that I just took? Because we had a short trapped Xbox with the trend, and we had 2 of them in a row. Here, I have to switch screens to show you. Right there, we had 2 in a row. So I took it. That is why I took it, along with regular sniper orders. Nothing special. Okay, so y'all got centering down. I like the second one. I have it start like at 1 and then second on the day there, and then I put it for like every 10 seconds to auto center itself. If it doesn't center, you can just scroll up and down in your mouse wheel to move it where you want it to. And now you have a static DOM. I'm not afraid of chop. I love chop. I use chop to make money. Okay. You got order defaults. You got if touched. Do you want it to be a limit order or a market order? You can do trailing stops. Buy stops, trail buy. Sell stops, trail buy. So you can put a stop order in and it'll automatically trail for you by whatever number of ticks you tell it to. Okay? You can say use market after, so many ticks or whatever. I don't really play with that. Max show quantity, you can make it where you only show one, but you may have 5 orders sitting there. That's only going to work for a stop order, by the way. Okay. You can make it where it has to confirm all your orders if you're afraid that you might accidentally select an order. So again, all your order defaults are in here. If you want to make it confirm orders, you can click that so you don't accidentally select an order. You can make it if touched limit or if touched market. Okay? You can make your bracket static or dynamic. Usually you want them dynamic, but whatever. Okay? And then you can, if you want to set trails, you can make it trail by X number of ticks automatically when you set a stop. And then you can go over to bracket and OCO. I'll show the R Trader in a second. And so let's say I want to configure a 2117. I'll click both. Target ticks, we'll put 21. Stop ticks, we'll put, actually that's 21. Target ticks, actually it's not even 21, it's 17. So 7 and 17 like for ES, okay? And then if you just had 1 in there, then you could go up here just like you do in Ninja, and you could do 1, 7, 17. You click save, close, then you can choose it, and you can enable it. And so now if I get filled on an order, now I need to be aware of my size next. So I got size, like 1. If I keep clicking, it keeps adding to this quantity right here. So I can clear it, I can click a number, set the default, and now it'll auto place 5. Or I clear it, set it to 1, set it to default, it'll always place 5. You want to set the default. Okay? There is one cancels all you can enable. Like, get me all my orders, give me none of my orders. I don't do that. You can do account templates based on an account. Like, this is how I trade this account, this is how I trade that account. So I have multiple accounts, as you can see. So, which you can do multiple accounts, get funded with multiple accounts with Lulu. Okay. So again, if you go to bracket and OCO, and I want to configure it, you can change that to 17 for stop, target for 7, and hit close. And I can double check it by clicking on it. If I think it's wrong, I can clear it. I can do 17. So if you make a mistake, say I want that to be the one I do. And then say save. And now I can double check it again just by going there. Yep, it's 7 and 17, so I'm good. Alright, so looking at the charts. So if you notice, this is pretty cool. Like, let's say I put a buy. If this was to hit 25, 28, 75, okay? Then what it'll do is it has a first triggers OCO on it. So it's not going to trigger the bracket order until the primary order is actually activated. Notice they're like in a red state versus like a white state. So do y'all see how I set that bracket? And as soon as I put the order in, it actually has my OCO ready to go. So it's really fast. So it puts it in, and I'm just doing a trade right here. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But it'll go down. It may knock out my stop. But I want you to see it does its job, good or bad. Okay? So notice how it sort of scrolled off the screen a little bit on me because it hadn't updated the 10 seconds yet. I can just scroll down and get back to it. Yes, it's a video. Can y'all see my screen? Okay, so, I mean, hopefully that, and over here it's sort of cool, it shows you what your balance is on the day, and it'll actually show you if you're in a trade, what your balance will be if it goes up or down with that trade added in. So I can go down here and I can set a sell limit, like for getting in. Or I could move that up. But notice it puts my brackets on there, which is really handy. Like, I mean, I know they're going to be active like instantly. And notice I just grab it and move it. And if I want to get rid of it, I click it and click X. Right click. There's all sorts of things you can do, by the way. This will sort of put your brackets on the side like that. Okay. So your bracket order has to be the same at the size that you want to do on a trade. If you don't have the bracket on, you can manually place trade. Notice how it put the, that's a sell. This is a buy. if I put it in here, it's a sell. If I put it here, it's a buy. So if you're trying to get the right one, like in that blue area,